Hello there and welcome back to the channel. So here with another Boom Beach video. Today is Monday, July 17, guys. So we have Hammerman Fleet on the archipelago ready to attack our island. I'm on my low level Boom Beach account. This is my HQ17 account with our radar sitting at level 17 and a gumbo sitting at level 18, guys. I have sat this HQ at level 17 for a long while now, and because I don't have anything else to upgrade, I have been upgrading my defenses mainly. So let's go and enable our circle base layout. Let's go ahead and do it. Clear some trees, and let's just figure out what we have. So we have two flamethrowers. I know this for a fact at level 8, and then we have two at the other two are sitting at level 7. Machine guns are somewhere between level 8 and level 7, as you can see. The cannons are all at level 6 with the exception of 2, I believe. No, actually, they are all at level 6. Sniper towers all at level 9 with the exception of 1 that is at level 10. Boom cannons are all at level 9, so we have 3 of them. Shock launcher at level 2. And finally, we have rocket launchers at level 8. All our mines are at level 15. Boom mines are at level 10. So we are pretty high up there in terms of our defenses. I've been using my regular layout, my trap layout. Where is it? Booby trap base. Oh, here we go. The corner base that I've used on my max level account. I've been using it here, and it's been working really, really great. For most attacks, I want to say about 8 attacks out of 10, I do get intel on my base. I even get defenses, like you can see here from tank medic attacks. So this layout is pretty effective because it relies on the mines that are on the back. But that is a story for a different day. If you're interested, link on the upper right corner. You're going to be able to see the layout in more detail. Let's go ahead and load that circle base layout again. Make sure that we have the hot pot in front and the damage amplifier in the middle, amplifying most of our defenses. Let's move our shock launcher to the front because we need it. And let's just go for it, guys. So as you saw, we have a hot pot level 1 and a damage amplifier level 1. So let's go ahead and start the first stage of the defense. Let me lower the volume a little bit. So for those of you who are not familiar again with the circle layout, many of you are, but the idea is to cluster those units so that we can then make more effective use of the mines as a group. So now here we're going to be going now. The troops are going to be going left. We're going to be going right. The idea is now that because these troops are going on the right side, they're going to be delayed. So that we can deal with the group that's going on the left by itself. So it's less amount of troops. Our troops are going to be our defenses are going to be less overwhelmed, and then we can just deal with a smaller group first, and then once we're done with them, we can deal with the other group that's coming, that's going to arrive a little bit later. Now we have a lot of tanks and heavies. Had I planned this a little bit better, I would have moved those one-shot defenses to the front so that we can deal with those tanks in a more effective manner. But it's not going to matter because we're going to be able to clear this rather quickly. And if we don't, we still have a bunch of one-shot defenses on this side that are going to make short work of the heavies that are coming on the other side. But like I predicted, left side already got dealt with. And now all that we have remaining are heavies and tanks. And we have plenty of defenses to deal with those guys that are coming in. So let's go ahead and accelerate the time on this. And just one tank remains, and bam. Stage 1, it's done. I am not saying that this is the best and only way. I'm just saying that this is the best. This way gives you the best chance of getting farther away into the Hammerman Fleet event than if you were to put your defenses in a symmetric way, or if you were to put your defenses in a beach, right up front of the beach. Because if you were to put them there and your defenses, you don't have enough one-shot defenses to get rid of, for example, those tanks and those heavies quickly, your defenses are going to get overwhelmed. And if your defenses get overwhelmed, they're going to get destroyed. Just like that, let's go ahead and take a look at stage number 2. A bunch of riflemen and a bunch of tanks. This is going to be really, really good and really, really fun, because we know that with the riflemen and Suka, so splash damage units, this layout is killer. You're going to see there, again, the point of grouping. They're going to group there. And once they group, they're going to walk through those mines as a big old cluster, making those mines super effective. Perfect. So we have more riflemen on the right side. We know that we can deal with those tanks. Oh, and I didn't realize I had a boom cannon there in the front. That kind of sucked, because that cannon did not do work. Well, we'll have to move it on the next attack. So we see all that remains are all but 5 tanks on the other side, and a bunch of riflemen. We know that once we get rid of those tanks, or once those riflemen get within the range of the rocket launchers, they're gonna die. Those rocket launchers are max level for my HQ. They're amped up, so they get 25 extra percent. Actually, no, they get 50% extra damage. So that's like having 4 rocket launchers at that level. So there we go. And I didn't realize that I had a little bit of a cluster of mines there. That helped a little bit. So here we go. We just have 1 tank remaining, but it doesn't matter because he just got destroyed. Now comes the hot pot. Not the hot pot, the flamethrower. Now comes the rocket launchers. And that is it, guys. That it is. Just 1 tank remaining, and he is gonna fall down really, really quickly. Now, if you're interested, I've been playing both my max level and my low level account almost daily, mainly to get, number 1, higher VP values, and number 2, get those resources that you need for the tribal regions. So I've been streaming, not on a regular schedule, but mostly every other day I stream. So make sure you check on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to get a notification right there when I go on a live stream. And just, if you're interested, just come in, watch for a few minutes, say hi, and maybe you'll like what you see and decide to stay for a little bit longer. So let's take a look at stage number 3. We're gonna get now warriors. We're gonna get more tanks. We're gonna get more riflemen and Sukas this time. A lot of Sukas. This time I'm gonna learn from my past mistake, and I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this boom cannon out of the way. Put it sort of in the front. I think that's gonna be good. This mortar. Where do I want to put this mortar? Let's put this mortar right here. Perfect. So I think we're good. So let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that barrage was killer. He sent 2 barrages. We for sure need to move those units out of the cluster. So whenever a defense like that doesn't work, you need to move those defenses out of the way, because there's no point. There's really no point on keeping that mortar or that machine gun, whatever was being targeted right there. There's no point on keeping it on the cluster if that means the demise of your defenses, or the demise of all the defenses that are surrounding it. You see on the bottom, that cluster of riflemen just got it in the face. So all the riflemen, I think there's about 10 riflemen left. Those tanks on the other side are going to perish right now. We have 3 boom cannons that are going to make really short and quick work out of them. The first wave of warriors just got destroyed. And all that remains is those guys on the left. We know for a fact that Sukas are really, really weak. And once those rocket launchers, again, turn around and start hitting them, they're going to be mince meat. Or mince meat. Yeah, mince meat. There we go. Some of them are going to come into the range, and it just takes about 4 to 5 hits of that rocket launcher to just completely decimate those Sukas. And actually, I should not say decimate, because decimate just means kill 10% of the population. So it's really not a lot. But there we go. Shock launcher on fire. He took about 3/4 of the health out, and just a tank remains and a few Sukas, and this is over, guys. Stage 3 is under our belt. Just like that. Circle base is OP. All right, so we got 2 proto parts, 2 critical fuses, and 1 intel, which is really good. Perfect. So I don't think we need to make any other changes. Let's just keep going. Let's see what stage number 4 has in store for us. Oof. We have a lot of heavies, a lot of riflemen, and we have grenadiers, guys. Grenadiers is the bane of my existence. And sometimes too. We'll have to see when he's gonna release those grenadiers. But the fact that the order is, we know that he's gonna release heavies and riflemen first, followed by the grenadiers, and lastly the tanks. So this is gonna be tough. Let's go ahead and take a look at how he's gonna deploy and where he's gonna make those deployments, and then we'll have to figure it out. I think I will not be able to defeat this on the first go around, especially with the way he's using his barrage and artillery. So heavy's all going on the right side. That's good and that's bad. It's good in the sense that we don't have to worry about those one-shot defenses. But look at what's happening, guys. He has a few heavies going on the left, followed by grenadiers flanked by riflemen. That is not good at all. That is not good. Those grenadiers are gonna wreck our life right now. So I'm really not sure how we're gonna defend against this, guys. Circle base is good, but if you cannot get rid of those units quickly enough, that usually means trouble. Yikes, that is pretty crazy if you ask me. I think we can make a few changes. We'll start with that. So the first change that we'll make is move those defenses that got barrage out of the way. And in order to do that, we need to check the replay because I was not paying attention. So let's go ahead and check the replay. Put it on pause for a second, and then put it on half speed. So, oh man, I need to do it again because I need to see where those circles are falling. All right, pausing it off. Let's go here, zoom in, put it on half speed. So we're looking for those little telltale circles. All right, so it was the cannon and the sniper tower that got hit first. So those 2 defenses have to go out. They do have to go out. So that's what we're gonna make. Move this out of the way. There's no point, like I said, on keeping those units in if they mean that our defenses are gonna perish. So let's move this here. Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. Moving this here. Second thing that we're gonna do is try to prevent those heavies from going to the left. So I'm gonna move this here. Third thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna move this out of the way too. The main reason for that is we want to be able to hit those riflemen as quickly as we can before the grenadiers get into range. So I think that's gonna make it. So we're gonna give it a try, and then we'll make changes from here. Let's hope that this part works, so that all the heavies go and stay on the right side of the map, that none of them actually decide to go to the left. Because if some of them do decide to go to the left, like they're doing right now, it's just gonna spell trouble for us. So yeah, that was not working as intended. Let me just put it single speed. At least we didn't lose a bunch, but you can see once the grenadiers get into range, it's game over. There's nothing else I can do. Hotpot is trying to do work, but those grenadiers, once they get into range, it's over. There's nothing I can do. And I truly believe that this is gonna be the end. I'm not gonna be able to beat this. Even if I try the front loaded base, this is gonna be problematic. All right, so let's do one more change. If we can keep those heavies from going the other way, I think we will be on a much better position. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's move this here, move this further down, so that the distance between the heavies that go here is shorter to go here than it's to go and backtrack. I think that will work. I truly think so. So Let's go ahead and give it another try. Let's see what happens. Alright, so far, same sort of outcome. Man, so it's just 4 heavies now. Seems that we'll need to move this a little bit further up. Okay, so let's just accelerate this. Wow, this is gonna be hard to beat today. This is gonna be hard to beat. All right, let's try this one last thing. Let's move this a little bit further up. Let's move this a little bit further up. That way, we can get all those heavies to move to the front. We need them going to here instead of going the other way, because if they do decide to go the other way, we're in trouble. So the other thing is, we're gonna move these mines right here are not doing work for us, so we're gonna move them up here. Move them up here. I think that's gonna work. Let me see what else. So let's move this a little bit further here to the corner and give this a try. And if all the heavies go that way, I have one extra trick up my sleeve that I'm pretty sure is gonna tilt the balance on our side. It may not help us at the end, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get, if all the heavies go on that side, I'll be able to get, yes, all the heavies are going that side, so we are good to go now. That's perfect. So we now got all the heavies going that way. Now the how do you call it? The grenadiers are all going the other way. All right, so far so good. Perfect. So now I have an extra trick up my sleeve, and it involves the hotpot. But if we manage to get a little bit further down, I think we're going to be on a good position. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's accelerate this. All right, so let me pause the stream. Let me make a couple of changes, and then I'll come back. All right. Well, guys, I tried multiple times, but the combination of heavies, grenadiers, riflemen, and tanks is just too much. I'd even tried my front-loaded base setup, and it just doesn't work. I'll show you my best attempt, which is the last one I just did. I just need a little bit more oomph in terms of the one-shot defenses, at least that, and the machine guns and the mortars. I mean, overall, I need larger, better defenses in that sense. But it doesn't help the fact that he actually barrages my only shock launcher, so that also makes it a little bit worse. But here we go. That lone heavy on this attack just decided to go that way. On all my previous attempts, it decided to go stay with the rest of the heavies. But that fact didn't change the outcome. Still, I managed to cluster most of the riflemen and kill most of the grenadiers on the way in. You see, maybe if I had a one level, so level 2 hotpot and a level 2 damage amplifier, I would be able to get this out of the way. But right here, it's just that my hotpot gets overwhelmed. I don't have enough to defend it, and once it goes down, there's nothing I can do against that horde of riflemen. And then we still have the horde of heavies to deal with the other side, which is not problematic. Heavies do not do that much damage. If we had a shock launcher, the story would be different, but I tried about 15 times to get this one out. 10 of those times is with the layout that you're seeing, and about 5 with the front-loaded layout that I tried maybe a month ago. So I will have to leave it out here. I'm sorry that I could not progress any further, but I hope that this gave you an idea of how to try to defend against Hammerman. I promise, don't be discouraged by today's result. promise you that with this layout, you'll be able to push farther into the Hammerman Fleet event than you would otherwise. So I want to thank you for tuning in into the channel. Thank you for the support, and slowly checking out later.